Rodniks are humming in the dead of the night. Electric bills climbing, ain't feeling right. Hash rates dropping, profits thin as air. I'm digging for gold, but there's none down there. I got the crypto mining blues, feeling like I just can't choose. But there's a spark in the AI glow. Rent my computer, let the profits grow. Once I was king with my GPUs. Now I'm stuck paying the power dues. Every coin I mine feels heavier than lead, but I hear whispers of a future ahead. I got the crypto mining blues, feeling like I just can't lose. Switch my power to the AI flow, turn this burden into a glow. I see the light, it's flickering on. AI's calling my machines to respond. No more digging in the blockchain dirt. This pivot might just heal the hurt. I got the crypto mining blues, but I'm stepping in brand new shoes. The AI train's on a steady roll, gonna recompute and regain control.
I was digging deep in the digital ground, hoping for treasure, but nothing was found. The rigs were buzzing, the heat was real. Electric bills biting like a thief who steals. The crypto mining blues got me feeling low. The profits are gone, where did they go? But there's a light shining through the haze. Renting compute might just save my day. I stacked up GPUs, thought I'd strike it rich, but the market's a beast with a wicked glitch. Hash rates climbing, rewards falling flat. Chasing that coin, I'm chasing a cat. Crypto mining blues got me feeling low. The profits are gone, where did they go? But there's a light shining through the haze. Renting compute might just save my day. AI knocking, it's a brand new game, whispering sweet that it knows my name. Ran out the power, let it learn and dream. A smarter hustle, a brand new scheme. Now my GPUs hum a different tune, training models under the cyber moon. No more digging, no more feudal race, just AI visions lighting up the space. Crypto mining blues got me feeling low. The profits are gone, where did they go? But there's a light shining through the haze. Renting compute might just save my days. Now my GPUs hum a different tune, training models under the cyber moon. No more digging, advanced AI visions lighten up the space.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Sundays with Max. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. Let's see who is here. We have Crypto Crag, Mass Boost, Joker Miner. Yeah, you of all people to say rigged. Rogelio Esquire. Good to see you, sir. Cook 4015. The GOAT is here. Did you watch my video, GOAT? Did you watch? How much more proof do you need? Hiram, Todd Tebow, and Yusuf Putz. Welcome everybody. Appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, I kind of was doing some fun stuff today. I made those two songs. Well, yeah, used Suno to make those two songs. I made a lot of other ones. I just happen to like those two the most. Started out with like instrumentals and stuff, and then I was kind of like, well, just give it some guidance, and they came up with those two along with a bunch of others. But yeah, I really like those. I put in the prompt of like Robert Cray Band, if anybody knows like them, and it's a little more country than Robert Cray Band is, but it got the general idea. I do like the songs, so I hope you guys liked them. So I did that for a while today. Actually was looking over some video that I taped over the last week, and realized that I was muted for a bunch of them. So unfortunately, 1.5 videos are pretty much unusable, but thankfully, on one of them, most of it is usable. That was the one where I was building the offsite NAS. But yeah, the one that unfortunately probably won't get made, or either that, or I'm going to have to do like a whole like talk over on it, is the 5060 Ti install. So we'll see. I may just have to work with that and then do a voiceover on it, but we'll see. We'll see. But one thing I did do this week. So like I said, I know I've mentioned his name before, Shane Hummus. He's doing some pretty interesting things for helping out YouTubers. And so I actually met with, one of his coaches, just as kind of a, hey, does this make sense? And they seem to want to work with me. I mean, obviously they're about making money, so they're going to want to work with people. But they say they're selective. If they're working with me, I don't know how selective they can be. I'm just kidding. But, I told them, I said, I got to prove to myself that I can put out consistent content, because a coach isn't going to make me do that. So I need to figure out how to do that, going forward. But the real interesting thing was, the channel that he has, Shane Hummus Content Growth Engine, in the video, it said to like, it's a niche validator tool, which is completely underselling what this thing did. But the niche validator tool is a GPT within ChatGPT, and you click on it, and then it takes you through. Obviously, the first part of it is just validating your niche and trying to get you to narrow down your niche a little bit and define it a little bit better, which it did help me do that. And then it takes you through all of these other steps, and like basically like a paint by numbers type of thing of all the things that you need to do in order to best monetize your channel, as well as plan out your content. And so basically it laid out like 15 videos for me to do. And I was like, yeah, all those are really good. But the other thing was setting up a landing page, setting up Calendly for coaching, figuring out who your affiliates can be. So getting that organized, So it basically gave me a lot of to-dos to do before starting all of that. So I've got a bunch of videos kind of in the hopper that I just have to edit. And then obviously do some now voiceovers on, unfortunately. But in the background, I'm going to be working on a few things to actually create like a GPU rental profitability tool, comparing different platforms, and I'll update it like once a week, something like that. I don't know. I have a bunch of ideas that now I need to build in some value into the channel in the background. Anyway, it really has gotten some of the juices flowing on not just the content, but in trying to make this a workable business. Cause you know, I'm basically 8 years away from 65 and I don't have enough saved for retirement. So I have to figure out how to make some extra income and, while doing also what I love. So, I mean, that's the big part of it. I mean, obviously Hobbyist just talked about doing kind of the same thing. You know, he, had recently had lost his job, which he was planning on leaving anyway. Yeah, it's really made me start to think that, yes, I'm still doing my job, but how can I do my job as well as build up the income from YouTube so that when 65 comes around, I have enough money saved for retirement, as well as having a retirement income as well. So anyway, there's a lot of that this week, a lot of that. Let me check the chat. Let's see who else showed up. Anybody else? Oh, Crypto Mikkel, good to see you, sir. More money, good to see you. Zeus meme coin explodes the next. What's the next Ethereum meme? Or will it be the next Ethereum meme coin? I had no idea. I will not give meme coins the time of day. I don't talk about them on this channel at all. Integra guy, good to see you, sir. And working on putting up foam board. You know, I was just thinking about that today. I have not done that yet, and but I have been doing things down in the basement. So I've actually been doing things around the house to try to start getting things cleaned up and such. So let me go through the rest of the chat and I'll talk about that. Let's see who else. Anybody else tag me? Wow, game me with Smokey Dan. Really? Really? I've had people say to me, well, actually, of course, he was probably trying to flatter me to try to maybe get me to sign up, I suppose, but didn't feel that way. He's like, you're talking about retirement. How old are you? I told him. He's like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's a little older than I thought. Keep a fire extinguisher in the background. People think smoke then. I don't have... Anyway, oh wow, I've been saying that a lot. Okay, there we go. What did an Integra guy say? Oh, cool. Cool. Integra guy. Is that the one you mentioned to me? Or is it a different one? Bacon, eggs, and hash. I need to start a channel. Yeah, go ahead, man. Retro Mike says, had a 2-hour convo with my mother today about her retirement plan. 7 years. Yeah. Wow. I guess I could be, I don't know how old you are, Retro Mike, but I guess I could be your father with how old you are. Sounds like it anyway. Sounds like your mother's about the same age as my wife, actually. Because my wife's a year older than I am. Good evening, Hash Rico. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Bacon, eggs, and hash to attract viewers. You need to start a channel to attract viewers? Is that what you're saying? Sorry, I'm just adding it to the last thing you said. Or was it in response to something I said? She wants to retire in the Bahamas. I'm going to liquidate it all. LOL. see, I don't want to retire anywhere except for here. I don't really have like, oh, I want to go to Florida. I want to travel, but yeah, I really don't have any want to move out of this house. I'm comfortable in this house, been here for over 30 years now. And so, yeah. Let's see. Game of Smoky Dan. Did you get your song made? I made an LTC song earlier, as was inspired by Randy Hipper at LTC Summit. Yeah, I did. I actually, they're on the intro now. But you were late, so you didn't get to hear them. But yeah, I did, and I like them. So I had to do 2 songs because I couldn't get one song to be 5 minutes. So is what it is. But I liked both of them. I had like 2 different songs with 2 different sets of lyrics. But yeah, it was the Crypto Mining Blues are both the names, basically the names of both songs. Let's see. Retro Mike, you can buy my channel. All 4 followers. You got more followers than that, Retro Mike. Oh, in reference to the fire extinguisher comment. Got it. You won't be able to retire from YouTube money. Got to get sponsor. YouTube don't pay diddly squat. Shill. Geek of all trades. You're not wrong. That's not what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not talking about just, ads. But yeah, you have to build like a whole background of things. Consulting is one, or coaching. The other one is sponsors and affiliate. Building maybe a paid community at some point, maybe. I don't know. I definitely am not there yet. I'm thankful for everybody here that supports the channel through membership. So I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, I've also found that, I see like there's 2 videos that have done really well. One was the Ubiquity versus TP-Link video. And the other one was my, upgrading my solar system for $25. Both of those videos have done really well and have generated a good amount of income for the channel. I just need like 100 more to start, and then eventually 1,000 more. But again, you got to put out the content. So that's really kind of motivated me to really focus on those 2 videos and be like, you just need to keep plugging away, and eventually you're going to have more and more of those. It's like, getting up to bat. You can be the worst batter in the world, but if you're getting at bats every single day, A, you're going to get better, and B, you have more attempts. So even if you're batting 100 and you have another guy that only plays, 1 out of 10 games, but he's batting 1,000, the guy who's batting 100 is going to get more hits. So, and he will get better. So he won't always be a 100 hitter. He'll be a 150, 200, 250 hitter. So that's what I've been focused on. It's not a bad idea, Integra Guy, but I'm not even an AARP member. What the hell would I need AARP for? What does anybody need AARP for? It's just a political lobby. I mean, anyway. Bacon, Eggs, and Hash was all set to take an early retirement. Then I attended a retirement seminar and went over the math. I retracted it with the IRS. Retracted it with the IRS? What does the IRS have to do with your retirement? Do you work for the IRS? And now I'm pretty sure I'll be working until I'm 80. Just Geek of All Trades says, just buy a course, then make your own course from their course, rebrand, sell it like crazy, rinse and repeat. That is actually one of the ways I talk about is creating a course. I have thought about that. Not ready for that yet, but I have thought about that. There's definitely lots of ways to monetize that, like I said, isn't AdSense through YouTube. AdSense with YouTube is a very small portion, but can be a big portion if you grow your channel. So we'll see. We'll see. But it has energized me and motivated me to do more content. Every night when I get home from work, I'm doing something with the channel, whether I'm editing, whether I'm recording something. So right now I've got like 3 more recordings to actually edit. So I've got those done. I got to get those done. Got to get those going. Plus I have like lots more videos in line that are honestly easier than those. So the ones that I have are like installing my Emporia system, which is what I did yesterday, because with the new panel and everything. So I basically kind of documented. It wasn't perfect, but I did document like what I did. I basically said, do not work in a live panel. Don't do what I do, because I worked in a live panel. Hey, I'm still here, right? You know how hard it is to find a video with somebody working in a live panel? It's pretty hard. Pretty hard. Nobody wants to post it. But I'll post it because I make no bones about it during the video. Do not do what I do. But I've got that one. Like I said, I've got the building of the NAS, and then 5060 Ti one. And I thought I may have done one more, but I definitely have those 3. Although the 5060 Ti one is the one I'm going to have to do the voiceover for. I hate doing voiceovers. I hate having to. So then I'm basically going to have to basically put a photo of myself, not photo, but crop my camera output to that spot. So it's just kind of quirky how you have to work it within the editor. So it's kind of a pain. Let's see. I want the COBOL course. Hey, COBOL's still needed. It's definitely still needed. I want the FPGA 101 course. Why? All right, hold on a second. I got to go back. So Retro Mike says, Goat, funny you say that with YouTube rolling out the course feature. Oh, they rolled out a course feature? I didn't know that. I actually just signed up for YouTube shopping. So like you had said that once I got to 10,000, Retro Mike, that feature would be available. So I did just sign up for that. Started making courses as a playlist that will eventually convert to the e-course function. Cool. Very cool. Oh, you meant Social Security. Got it. That makes a little bit more sense. Let's see. My focus is off tonight. Yeah, I hear you. I had a brewing headache about a half an hour ago. Had some food. Seems to be going away, which is good. It's been quiet around here. Sunflower Mama hasn't been around. She is actually on her way home from Huntsville. She's already back in Illinois. She'll be home probably in about half hour to 45 minutes. She's at the end of her 10-hour drive. So Geek of All Trades says, use AI to create swag. Use AI to write and sell books on demand with KDP. What is KDP? I mean, I guess I can look it up, but what's KDP? Ask AI how AI can help make money with new source of income, rinse, repeat. Yeah, I have done that actually, and there have been some interesting ideas. The swag thing, I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of people making much money on that. I was trying to figure out if it was more trouble than it's worth. But yeah, the revenue streams are endless, but you got to actually do the thing, which is my problem. Got to do the thing. Yeah, I agree. Need to focus. And so part of this whole strategy thing has me a little bit distracted, but I'm like, look, the first part of this equation is making sure you do content. The problem with it is it's kind of a chicken or the egg thing, because the formula of success for that this guy mentions is it's pretty interesting. You like go through his course. I mean, it's free. You just got to kind of work your way through all of his videos. But one of the things that really comes to mind is in your video, you don't ask people to subscribe. You direct them to subscribe. You don't order them to subscribe, but you direct them to subscribe and like the video. So yeah, like the video. I'll wait. So there was that, but then the other part of it is every video has a call to action. And that's the key, is whatever that call to action is in some way going to generate or have a possibility of generating income to the channel, whether it be an affiliate link of some sort, which, by the way, the Kraken deal is still going on. So I'll post that up in a little while, but few people have taken advantage of it. So, all right, let me go back to this. So yeah, that's call to action, but the call to action that they're suggesting, which I won't go through that yet, I'm going to actually create it first, is something I need to create to draw people into wanting to use a tool. And then you now have emails and things like that you can drip, whatever you are trying to sell, offers, basically, whether it be classes or courses or swag or whatever it is. That's kind of key. Let's see. Sure. Just go ahead and promote your new shop on my live stream. Sure, goat. I don't mind at all. Hell, I'll even put it up. But hang on a second. Let me go back. You hope I have a drink and a snack ready for Sunflower Mama. I don't know whether she's had dinner. I haven't talked to her since, I don't know when. But no, I will not. Like I said, she's probably snacking on the way home, and she probably won't want to eat anything. She'll probably just pretty much want to go straight to bed because she's going to be tired. Yeah, Geek of All Trades, learn MCP and N8N. N8N, I saw a video earlier this week about, what was he doing? He was building, it was an email agent, but it was an AI agent, and he was building it through Claude, I think. Yeah, it was through Claude. He was building an AI agent in N8N. And it was pretty fascinating to watch him do this, because once it was the project flow was built, he was going through, and then he was talking gibberish to me. He's like, oh yeah, I just need to do this, this, and this. And I was like, wait, what? So obviously if you know anything about AI agents, it probably meant something to you, but it was definitely over my head. But yeah, N8N is definitely a tool I would like to learn more about. No question. All right, let me see here. Let me click on that. All right, let me, how did you find this site, Goat? Is this the right one? Yeah. Spin to win. I'll probably only, I'm sure this is fixed. It's going to be 10% off. Whoa, 25% off. Look at that. And I see you're getting emails too, but this is the way you're getting emails. That's smart. Or is this just Redbubble getting emails? Does this capture emails for you, Goat? Let's see here. Retro Mike says, if I know I'm behind on the chat, I'm going to catch up. If you do merch, do fourth wall. They allow people to do donations through the platform. I get a lot of donations that way. It bypasses the YouTube cut, but is still an approved method. Cool. Yeah, I was at that. If I was going to do it, I was going to do it fourth wall. We all know the rooster came first, right? What did he say? What did Bacon Geek of All Trades? I don't use an AI. I use BookBolt to format everything. Interesting. Oh, nobody ever goes to your fourth wall. So you have a fourth wall. Interesting. Let's see. I market to schools and institutions. It's not very lucrative. You're right about that. Yeah. Keep calm and check DNS story of my IT life. Yeah, do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, no kidding. Shill, shill, shill. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, that would be fascinating, Retro Mike. There aren't that many people. I shouldn't say that because I don't know that. I have not done a YouTube search to see how many people are doing content on N8N. But I haven't seen that many come up in my feed. Valley Crypto. No problem. Good to see you, sir. MCP is cool to use and N8N. I have not seen MCP. I've only seen N8N. I do want to add a Home Assistant to my home lab. I've talked about that. I was looking through a whole bunch of things to see like what could integrate. And it seems like pretty much everything I have, like Emporia, my Emporia could actually be integrated into Home Assistant. So I could basically set up a dashboard for a lot of the things I want to view. So I am going to be doing that at some point. Not sure exactly when, but I will be doing that. I tried to break fourth wall, so I stayed away just in case. I need to learn the ways of vibe coding. What is vibe coding? I've never even heard of that. I'm guessing you're joking because Crypto Crab says LOL. Don't spin that shit. Max 5, yeah. Redbubble is one of the more popular t-shirt marketplace platforms. Oh, interesting. Was not aware. Spin, yeah, I mean spin it. Bye, bye, bye. No, but you can, that's the thing. This can help you get an email list. But is that what this is helping you do? Or does Redbubble keep it? Redbubble is a nice print-on-demand platform that is marketplace without having an audience to point to. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. So fourth wall, so that's the thing. I don't know how much people are actually clicking on stuff in YouTube if you link your fourth wall to YouTube. I don't know. I'd be curious on other people's feedback on that. Sell those email addresses to a scammer. Game is playing in. I heard Alexa is a really good listener. Yes. Yes, she is. And no, that particular thing is not close enough for it to hear me, thankfully. So nice try. Nice try, Gaming with Smokey Dan. He's a Freenet Maxi. Let's see. I have both, but nobody buys from my fourth wall. Interesting. Has anybody bought from your Redbubble? Or are you saying you're just setting it up? I do have to enter my email address though, but I don't want to enter it. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter because that's my business email. That I don't want to show. I mean, Goat's got my phone number, but your coupon will be sent to you via message. Yep, and I just heard my phone go off. Let's see what we got here. All right, let me put it back up here. Port 443 is my happy place. Storage, sanity, sleep. Port forwarding is my cardio. You had me at 10 gigabit Ethernet. Oh yeah, that one I kind of like. What is this one? I void warranties for fun. Home lab hobbies. It's a lifestyle. Oh, okay. So home lab is not a hobby. It's a lifestyle. I like that. I want that on a t-shirt though. Not a pillow. Not a pillow. But I do like that one. That's a real good one. Is that one that you got via AI? No, I don't have an 800 number. I'm not willing to pay for an 800 number, Mr. Smokey Dan. It's on a t-shirt. Really? Let me see. T-shirts. Okay. How did I get... That's really bad. That it took me out of your store. Let's see here. Hold on. Clothing. There it is. Well, that's on a sweatshirt. I don't want it on a sweatshirt. I want it on a t-shirt. And I want it black shirt with white lettering. That's what I want. Wait a minute. Oh, at least you got that. Let me see something. Oh, that's dark blue. Oh, that's good. That's cool. $35? What do you think? Money grows on trees? I don't want a sweatshirt. Plus, I can't wear a hoodie at work. All right, I'm going to go back here. Hold on a second. Wait, so who have been talking to at late nights? What are you talking about? I'm going to buy that pillow and pretend that like I'm sponsored by Geek of All Trades in every future video. Let's see here. Okay, hold on. Did you just create it? Ah, there we go. Why could I not find it? Ah, there we go. I'm down to an extra large too. For $25 for a t-shirt? Gotta pay for shipping too? All right, let's see. Add to cart. U card. Like I can't let the 25% go to waste. Standard shipping. $6. $31 t-shirt. Could buy jeans for less than that. I'll think about it. I will think about it. All right. Back to full screen. All right. Let's see what else we got going on in the chat. Let's see. Any thoughts on Ashlar entropy miners? I will only ask one question. What does it do? What's its use case? Every video I saw, it was all about how much money it supposedly, well, how much money it was currently making, and that it was a limited run. That's what I heard. Not this is what this thing is trying to do. Yeah, it does nothing. That's the fun part. That's my point. It's a meme coin that has a blockchain. Sorry. Nope. Gotta sell me on it. Gotta sell me on what it does. $25 is fair for 2025. DJ, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Don't buy it yet? Okay, I won't buy it yet, but don't buy it for me. It's not what I'm trying to do. Let's see. Could be worse in having to pay using Canadian dollars. That would be loony. It does nothing and you make no money if you sell it. Oh, I mean, if you sell the coin, you can't sell the coin? Or there's a lockup on it too? Yeah. No thanks. Yeah, it's like a cash grab to sell overpriced hardware, just like every other DPIN project. I won't say like every other DPIN project. Okay. Let's put it this way. Hivemapper has a story. It's taking pictures, it's gathering data, and it's supposedly selling it to customers that want that kind of thing. That supposedly is just like Google Maps and their cars that are out there. You can argue whether or not that's true or not, but it's a story about what its application is. Demo, they're selling the information about your car. It gathers all that information from your engine. That's why it's in the OBD2 port. Does it actually do that? Who knows? But it's a story. If you are a crypto project that is going to sell hardware and you can't even manage to make a plausible story, what are you doing? What are you doing? No thanks. I am not trading Zebic Network. Are you serious, dude? It did go down a little bit. At least now I can with the shipping, I can get it for less than $30. I'll probably end up buying. I'll do that after the stream though. If you sell the coin, your miner can get banned. That is ridiculous. If it doesn't have a DIY device, it's a no-go for me. That's one way of looking at it. I think there's some cases where having build it yourself isn't really, depends, like GeoNet. GeoNet, hey, it has an application. So that I have no problem with. I just couldn't put one in my backyard. Is what it is. Oh, you just changed that now. Okay, got it. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's a lot of these DPIN projects. I feel like it's a cash grab now, unfortunately. DJ Minds, welcome DJ Minds, by the way. And Travelers Travels. I think those were and Rizzo 529. I think that was everybody new that came in. DJ Minds says, basically you do this, decide with what dollar amount you feel comfortable earning, say $300. Once you hit that goal, sell it all. Then you don't care if it continues to earn. Retro Mike, Geode, you could build your own device initially. Yeah, they only changed about a year ago. Oh, added a bunch of new color options? Sweet. Yeah, I should actually go back because I don't actually want black. I wanted that navy, that dark blue, because that was cool. Let me go back. Hold on. Refresh. Maybe it doesn't have dark blue in the t-shirt. Do a refresh. Oh, nope. It didn't add that many. This is... Oh, there is a navy. That's kind of cool. Yeah, because I have tons of black t-shirts. I like dark t-shirts, but add that one. Hey, and that t-shirt will cost less because the shipping probably won't go up. Oh, the shipping did go up a little bit. I am going to take the black one out, though. I like the blue one. All right. Enough of that. Happy accident. You're welcome. All right. Let me... it is now like 45 minutes into the stream and I barely talked about anything. So, Unraid backup NAS. So, it's working. I need to figure out why it is going so damn slow. Let me go over to the other. So I'm using Duplicati and you can see it's at 18 megabytes per second. And it doesn't appear like this is hurting too bad. Where is it? You know, it's, you know, using a good amount of the processor, but not like overly, you know, overly taxing it or anything. So I don't think that should be slowing it down. You know, the RAM usage is not much at all, but you know, you look at the inbound side, it's like it jumps up and then jumps down, then jumps up, jumps down, jumps up. So it's going back and forth on this, and it's a 1 gig link and they're right next to each other. So, and they're going through the same switch. It's a layer 3 switch. They're on the same subnet, so they don't even have to come up to this, I don't think. So I don't know. I haven't even really tried to troubleshoot it, but basically this looks like it could take 5-6 days to back up. That originally what was 6.5 terabyte. So we'll see. We'll see. I did back up my wife's computer onto that backup NAS, as well as a bunch of photos and videos on there as well. That's what these other two are. So this was like 1 terabyte, and it was like an hour or two. It was like pretty quick. Maybe it was 3 or 4, but either way, way faster than this one's going. Obviously there's a bunch of big files, so maybe it's because they have to like tear down, like, because it's being put in like 50 megabit. So maybe that was part of the problem. If I had made it into a larger file size, that might have been a better idea. But maybe I will fix that. So like if I go into here and go into edit, next, I don't need a test connection. Next. Wait a minute, where was it? Oh, options. Yeah, here it is. Remote volume size. So it's making it into a 50 megabyte files. And I'm wondering if that's what's taking so long, is breaking it down to those 50 megabyte files, when you can see it's 24 files and it's 6.45 terabyte because it's already a backup. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe I just need to make those into, you know, no less than, say, you know, 2 gigabyte files. I don't know. Still, I can always go back in and restart this. This I think I started yesterday. So it's basically done about a little over 1 terabyte. I don't know. Still kind of learning this a little bit. But yeah, we'll see what happens. See what happens there. So anyway, so that's the little update there. Oh, the other thing, did you notice the thumbnail? So VidIQ actually has a new, for anybody that is interested, has a new thumbnail creating tool where you can bring in your own picture and it will create a thumbnail based upon your description. Their thumbnail creating tool before was just horrible. This one's actually pretty good. It created a bunch of thumbnails that I was happy with. I had to give it a little bit of direction, but I do like it better than ChatGPT. So I'll be using that going forward. I just got to give it a few more pictures so I don't have to always use the suit picture, that it can use a different picture of me. Let's see what else is going on. Let me check the chat again. Crap, I need to build the backup setup. I'm slacking. I'm sorry. Hey, with how long this thing's going to take, no worries. Plus, this is only a local backup. I still have not set up the remote backup, and I'll have to figure that out. So I still got things to figure out. So no worries. Sorry for the flashbang. It's not that bad. You know, you can turn down the brightness on your screen. You realize that, right? Let's see. If it ain't free, it ain't for me. Yes, put that on a t-shirt. Yes, well, see, that was the benefit of ChatGPT, is that it would make a likeness of me, and I could tell it to put me in a flannel. The problem is when it did a likeness of me, it never really looked like me. So yeah, I just need to take some pictures with me in a flannel. Rizzo says, did you see the email about Salad giving away a 4090? They still won't rent out my 5070 more than a half an hour. Okay, so here's the thing about 5000 series. Okay. In fact, let me see if I can bring this up. What would I have done with that? Dang it. Because somebody else had brought this up to me, but when I saw this webpage, I was like, that's what people are talking about. And Salad I'm sorry, Salad's behind the times. They're behind the times. Not saying they don't provide a good service. I'm just simply saying that they're not leading edge. That's why they're on Windows. All right, hang on. 50 series. There it is. Switch to this tab. Yes, I want to switch to that tab. And then I want to bring it up here. So this is in the docs. On the Vast website. The reason why there are issues with 50 series or 5000 series, whatever you want to call it, Nvidia GPUs, is you need updates to these tools. They don't worked with 4000, 3000, 2000 series GPUs. You have to update the tools. So like the 5000 series, the base CUDA image, PyTorch, OpenWeb UI, Comfy UI, TensorFlow, all of those all require new tools, so that when you actually, if you have brought online a 50 series GPU, especially recently, on Vast.ai, you will know it takes quite a while with your install. So when you're going to install Vast, if it was a 4000 or earlier GPU, it was quick. It was, I don't know, you'd get to a certain point and then it would be like, I don't know, 30 seconds. Once you get to that point, it says 30 seconds, unless 50 series GPUs, and then it may be, I don't know, something over 5 minutes or something like that. It takes a while where you think it's done. Like it must have locked up or something. You just need to be patient, because it's probably doing all of these updates and things in the background, making sure that you have the right tools. The next time my 5090 goes off, I am probably going to do a rebuild on it, because it has an older driver And I believe when it was installed, it didn't have all of these updates. So it's good in the fact that it's rented, but it probably would be available for more things if I do an update on it. So yeah. Joker Miner, what? Yeah, that's my name. Did I miss something you said? Let's see. I'm going back up. Geek of all trades, try ideogram for thumbnail images. It's pretty unique and different from Grok and ChatGPT. Ideogram. I will check it out. I've been pretty happy with, I mean, I just started using it tonight, so, but I think I like the VidIQ ones. That they're fairly basic, and basic seems to work the best from what I've heard. So, all right. Well, Rizzo, hopefully that answered that question, because I don't think Salad has made any distinction between the tools that are being used for 50 series versus 40 series and before. And I think that's the issue. That's why they're not in demand, because I think they can only be used for very select things at this point, based on what they have in their Salad release. I'm sure they're probably working on it, but I don't think they have it yet. Run Windows on Linux in Docker. I could do that, yes. And certainly thought about doing that. So right now I have two 3060s that aren't being rented via, via Vast. So I had thought about doing a transition and transitioning them back onto Salad, but haven't done that. That's those are verified rigs, so I'm kind of, I don't know, not sure what I'm gonna do there. Let's see. I prefer platforms that work. Like that. Oh, hi is all you're saying. Well, you were here before, Joker. I guess you left and came back. All right, let's see. Game of Spaghetti. If your 5090 is about to go off, stick it in the freezer. Should keep it a while longer. Okay. Alrighty. Kudos to you. You got me to read it because you tagged it. Rizzo. So the 50 series still sucks compared to 30 series. No, it doesn't suck. It's the fact that Salad sucks and hasn't updated things yet. Geek of all trades says, if you run Windows on Linux in Docker, we can no longer be friends. I would probably run it in a VM. I wouldn't run it in Docker. I mean, you can, but I probably wouldn't do that. All right. Did the pass work? Yeah, the pass-through worked fine on Salad. No trouble at all. Yeah, I've had this one back here on Salad before because it's a 3090 and kind of they were going back and forth. So yeah, the only thing with this one was I don't have a big enough hard drive on it. I really need to put another hard drive on it so that oh, hello. Scared me. She's home safely, which is good. Anyway, where was I going with that? Sorry. Oh, it's not a big enough hard drive. So I've thought about putting another hard drive in there so that I can hold more VMs so that I can switch back and forth more easily. But for right now, it's making 12.8 cents, I think. I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, 12.8 cents is what it's currently making. That one back there on a VM. And it's operating at 68 degrees Celsius, which means it's definitely not full power. If it was full power, it would be like 75. I can tell it's not full power because my feet are cold. Usually it's toasty in here. Rizzo says, my 3060 and 3060 Ti have been running for over 2 days straight on salad. Yeah, so 3060 Ti's have always said, do not put them on Vast. 3060s back and forth a bit. I still think 3060s are better off being on salad. Yeah, that's why but it's verified. But what I could do is I could take that verification from that rig and put it on one of the 3090s. Not sure what I'm going to do. But that's been my thought. The problem is that I would have to, because that's a 2 by 3060 rig. So I would have to double up my 3090s onto the same rig. That's what I would need to do. But I was just really just wanting to get those verified. I don't know why they're not verified yet. They are. My last 3 rigs I brought online was 2 3090s and a 5090 rig. Well, of course the 5090 is going to be verified. It's brand new GPU. Everybody wants to rent a 5090. Yeah, they're definitely going to do that. The 3090s, they have a lot of verified, so it's kind of luck of the draw in order to get that done. So want to swap rooms? You have seen the riser temps. Yeah, I know. Your riser temps are pretty darn high. Travel Travels, are A2000s worth putting on any rental platform? Well, let me bring this up here. Now let's take a look at A2000. I haven't looked at A2000. I think it's on here, or maybe it's not. I mean, I wouldn't think it'd be worth it, but I'm just double checking to make sure I didn't miss it. No, it's not here, but let me check this one. I think it's a selection in here somewhere. A series. Well, first of all, let me do that. A series, A2000. Hey, somebody put it on there. Let's see if there's any that are rented. Interesting. Wow. So there, one's in Poland, one's in China. The one in Poland is renting for about 4 cents per GPU per hour. Or thereabout. Oh no, wait a minute. Sorry. No, you gotta do 0.83 times 0.75. Yeah, you're getting to the point where is it really even worth it with the cost of power? 0.083 divided by 2 times 0.75. Yeah, basically it's like renting for 3.1 cents. And obviously there's one that's renting for more at 12.4. Let me look at, are there any unverified? Oh, there's lots of unverified. Oh my God, look at the unverified. The unverified basically are renting out for like 2 cents. At that point, what is it? What is an A2000? What's the power on an A2000? China. Anybody remember what the TDP is for A2000? 70 watts. Okay, well, it's 70 watts. Let's see. My standard rate is why did I do 7 cents? Oh, 70 watts. Oh, that's the 70 watts. Got it. Times 0.16. So it's only a little over 1 cent. For me, probably right around 1 cent. So, I mean, yeah, you'd be making a little bit of money, but it's kind of like mining. Is it really worth it? I like to see it where at least a third goes to, a third of the revenue goes, or sorry, 2/3 of the revenue goes to profit. If it's getting to the point where it's half, that's when I'm like, should I be looking at something else? That was the reason why I looked at the 5060 Ti's. At the time, they were going for like 10 cents an hour, which is like, that's unbelievable with being that they're only 180 watts. But that didn't stick around long. Like I'll show you. If we go here, oh, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. If we go to 5060 Ti's, it ain't pretty. Back here was when I started, right around here, which was great. And then obviously the volume went up, but that's not the problem. The problem is that the demand went down. So now we only have 15 rented when we had, you know, like 24 rented. And obviously the cost has gone down. So before it was at 10 cents, like if you look here, oh, it's not giving me that. It's only showing me what I have rented. I thought it would give me, oh, it's down here. Sorry. Yeah, when you go over here, it's like the bottom was 9 cents, but I was able to get 10 cents. So yeah. And now even just the 7 cents is sitting unrented, you can see. So I really believe that those people that are looking at 50 series that want to learn, you know, the difference in the new tools and stuff and such, those are going to be people that are looking for 5090s. But even if we look at 5090s, less than half are rented. 422 rented, 463 not, and that's the verified ones. So they've got a little ways to go. That's what makes me a little reluctant to buy an RTX Pro 6000, because that's going to run into the same problems. And I certainly don't want an $8,500 GPU to be sitting unrented. But yeah, let me see. Actually, last time I checked, it was in the selection, but I could not find a, well, let me just click that. Wait a minute. Why? Oh, okay. Yeah. See, there's nothing in there for RTX, Pro 6000, not even either kind. So neither the regular or the WS. There's another like Max or something like that. That's what I assumed it was. But the other one does like do like half the power. Actually, if you haven't seen Der Bauer's video today on that GPU, it was pretty interesting because he went through and showed like you can get the same performance of a 5090 that is at 575 watts. You can have the same performance on an RTX Pro 6000 at 400 watts. So it's pretty interesting to see how far down you can bring the power and still have like really, really good performance. All right, let me, sorry, I was reading Gaming with Smokey Dan's latest one. Wrapped up like a, yeah. Only PCIe power. I mean, that is a benefit, at least, you know. See, I never had an A2000. 12 gig A2000s. Let me go back. Oh, see, it wasn't even listed here. So I don't know what they're assuming when they're listing A2000s in here. Well, actually, let me, yeah, let me go back in and I'll search that again. RTX A2000. Wow, where'd all these A2000s come from? See, this is 6 gig, 6 gig, 6 gig, 6 gig. 12 gig is the one that are making 83 or 8.3 cents. So again, they're making about 3 cents per GPU in the 12 gig. So it looks like if you have a 12 gig, you can be rented, just not rented for much. And if you have a 6 gig, you have to really, really be bottom of the barrel on price, it looks like. Let me do and then let me do this. Let me check just North America. Everything here, except for one, is 12 gig. Interesting. But you can ask that much. Not going to get rented. Any new Vast competitors that you have looked at, like new providers? It's interesting you mentioned that. So I was watching Lark Davis last night, and he basically was talking about AI cryptos, and he went over Zero G Labs that I didn't look up, but I did look up Theta. And Theta, you can run a node, but there's information about how to run the node, but not a lot about like profitability. I didn't join their Discord or anything, so maybe a lot of the information is in there, but none of it was on the website to give you any indication about what kind of GPUs they were looking for, what kind of workloads they were running. But that was a new one that has been around, but I wasn't aware of. I knew it was an AI play, but I didn't realize that it was a decentralized AI play where people can do stuff at home. It's doing something different than Timpy, but it felt like it was kind of set up in the same way as Timpy, although, like I said, two different types of workloads. Have you tried putting one of your GPUs on a Tau node? I have not. I didn't know that was even a possibility. Have you tried it, Retro Mike? Geek About Trade says, Theta been around a while. Are they actually using compute for AI now? It used to be just a folding from home thing. I can tell you on their webpage, they make it sound like it's more than just folding from home. Folding at home, I think, but yeah. Not bad. They were $400 a while back. What was $400 a while back? Let's see. $200. Oh, cost of an A2000, I guess. Is that what we're talking about? Oh, okay. I don't have GPUs powerful enough for Tau, but you do. You pick the subnet you want to provide on. They have like 50 different compute classes. Interesting. I will definitely have to look into that. You'll have to see what, because right now, like my 4090s are rented, my 5090s rented. So my 3090s are rented now, but they'll probably be the next thing that comes off, would be my guess. I don't know if the 5060 Ti's would be eligible, but I will take a look at it. So thanks for that. So, I mean, that's really what I want to be talking about on my channel. So I appreciate anybody that brings up projects that are decentralized AI compute related. Well, here, we might as well just go over it now. Let me click on that. But I hate it when it brings it up. It's bringing it up in an OBS window. Let me copy it. Hold on. No. You know what? It'd probably just be faster if I just typed it. Here, let's just do taustats.io/subnet. Really? Oh. Missed an S. There we go. So we have all these subnets, but how do I know what type of GPUs they're looking for? Interesting. So if I click on one of these subnets, Will it tell me what they're looking for? Let's do this. See what it says. Okay. How do I find out what GPUs are eligible? Retro Mike. Hover over the subnets at the top. Yeah, I got that. You can also get a lot of staking rewards if you provide liquidity. Good to know. You click the subnet GitHub at the top left. Is that what this is? Top left. Nope, that's not what I wanted. All right, hang on a second. Let me do this because my thing's in the way. Oh, GitHub right there. I got it. Interesting. Let's see. Validator role. God, there's a lot of subnets. This is like huge. Okay. Now I'm trying to figure out. Anyway, this is obviously a whole rabbit hole I'm going to go down eventually. It's an ecosystem. Yeah, I'm seeing that. So yeah. I need to tell a straight LOL. I forget what the GitHub icon looks like. That's the problem. Man, it's been a while gaming with Smokey Dan. Either I haven't said it in a while. God, that was like 20 minutes ago. Almost 20 minutes. I didn't say it for 20 minutes. Wow, there's no way anybody's getting drunk with that drinking game if I don't up my game. That's what she said. There is a subnet for almost every type of compute. You have to pick which subnet you want to provide on. Each have their own requirements, but the nice thing is that they all pay in tau. Yeah, but where, like, I'm looking at this. Where would I find the requirements? I'm looking at a lot of the technical documents, but here, let me go down to the README. But I thought that's what I was just reading. Yeah. You know, benchmark, web analysis module. Like, I get it. This is, they're going over what they're doing. Yeah. I mean, I'm only picking one, so maybe I just picked the wrong one. But, yeah. I don't know. This one just happened to, like, stick out to me, so. All right, well, definitely something to look at. Have any of you guys done any of these projects, any of these subnets, and found it to be profitable? Oh, thanks, Crypto Craig. I appreciate it. More content. Love it. Appreciate it. I'll probably end up doing a video on this. Debated on whether to do a video on Theta, but there wasn't enough information to, like, I like to be able to say, is this something I am going to consider doing in the future? Well, I got to have a little bit more information in order to do that. Well, I'm on the, here, let me see. Oh, I did it again. Miner guide. Okay, you're on the Docs Miner MD. Docs Miner MD. CPU, what you need is a CPU only machine. So this is one where a GPU is not going to help. Oh, and you're actually, That's really seems odd to me that you would do this without a GPU, and you're talking about, oh, it's optional components. Okay. Interesting. Wow, this is certainly a rabbit hole to go down. Very much so. But that's really cool. These are the types of projects that for crypto I think are awesome. That, you know, they've developed this whole ecosystem of tasks and processes that you can use these to create. I think that's cool. I think that's really cool. All right, let me get this out of the way so I can see the chat. You picked a CPU only compute subnet. Yeah, evidently I did. Most projects put them under the docs folder. Okay, good to know. Most subnets need GPUs. This one just happens to not. Okay, got it. Bacon, eggs, and hash. This is interesting. I'm going to do a deep dive tomorrow when I'm more awake. Thanks. Fair enough. Good luck. Thank you. I appreciate that. There aren't many videos about providing on Tau. If you decide to do it, you should consider a tutorial video. It may do well over time. Yeah. Certainly if I decide that I'm going to deploy something, I will definitely do a how-to. But definitely we'll think about doing, like I said, I need to get a better idea on the profitability of it. And I know that that's not everything when it comes to crypto. I get that. But if people have hardware that they're going to buy to actually expand and roll out and that type of thing, having a create income is important. I'm doing this, yes, because I enjoy it and I like hardware and all that, but I'm also doing it to make money. I originally got into mining not because it was going to make money. I knew it wasn't going to make much. I knew that mining at that point wasn't making a ton, but I was curious about it. So I wanted to see if I could set it up and what it took to set up and all that kind of stuff. Well, that is way past. Now, needed to make some money. I do not want my hardware just twiddling its thumbs at something where somebody else is able to take advantage of my hardware without any type of, decent compensation. Don't need to get rich on it, but I certainly don't want to lose money on it either. Let's see. Yeah, I know it's up there. It's definitely up there. Yes. I got into it because of the tech. Now I'm not in it for the tech. I'm in it because of the tech, but expanding to additional tech. I mean, like the NAS. Okay. Could I have maybe not done a NAS? Probably not smart. Need to have some type of backup system. So I'm glad I did that. But did I need to do a 40 terabyte NAS? No, of course not. But I did. So yeah, there's certain things I've done because of the tech. No question. Oh, sorry. The one thing I forgot to mention to everybody is, as I know this is a burning question, is did I find the microwave circuit after the panel upgrade? And the answer is yes. Yes, I did. I tested it. I wanted to make sure. Pretty sure I have all the circuits right now. I took out the master bedroom, since it like barely had anything, and put that one on the second 30 amp circuit. I did have to fix a number of them because I was like, why is this not showing anything? And then I look and I'm like, I counted wrong. I put it on the wrong one. But I had like two that were like that. And then, yes, the microwave one I did put on the wrong one, because there was laundry room and washer and dryer for the first floor. And for whatever reason, when things got moved around after the basement was finished, the one that was labeled washer and dryer ended up, after we finished off the kitchen, the one that was labeled washer and dryer got moved to the kitchen because our laundry room got moved into the basement. We finished off the basement. So that was combined with the garage powder room. So that's what that did. So anyway, but yeah, I got it all set up. I have not put the cover back on. But we'll probably do that on Tuesday night would be my guess. Because I'm going to try to cable manage it and do that. The tool time of tech. Arr, arr, arr. We don't... BHD. BHD. I know what BFD is, but I don't know what BHD is. Just got back from swimming with the kid. I swear he swallowed the whole pool of chlorine water. Well, yeah, what goes in must come out. Yeah. Have fun with that. Glad I could help you today, Panda. I swear to God, you do the things that you do because you know, like, this is going to just annoy the hell out of Max. Anyway. Yeah, I was like, okay, so you know the guy that watches a football game and yells at the TV? That's me. And that's exactly what I was doing. I'm like, if my wife was here, she would have been like, he can't hear you. Yeah. Dad mode activated. Yeah. Kinda. Alrighty, let's see. Well, I barely talked about any of the things that I was going to talk about, but I guess I pretty much did. If anybody, especially any of the other YouTubers are interested in that GPT, let me know. I think I could forward it to you. I know I'm probably not supposed to, but I can send you the link and see if you can get into it. It's go down that rabbit hole. It's pretty interesting as to what it can do and what it will instruct you to do. So shoot me a DM if you want it. Oh, Ellipal. So I have tried multiple ways to back up or to, recover my Titan 2.0 wallet to the X card, and it will not recover it. It will not see any of the crypto. And so one of two things is wrong. Either my Titan, and I know that it has the right recovery seed phrase, or the recovery seed phrase. That's what a seed phrase is. That's redundant. I know I have the right seed phrase because I tried putting it into the Titan, like on a second wallet, and it's like, this wallet's already in here. So I'm like, I know it's right. So I don't know what's going on. So I have a conference call with Ellipal tomorrow night, and I'm going to go over it. And they're basically like that. I know I'm talking to them because they're like, they're like, can you make a recording of this, but don't record, inputting your seed phrase. Don't record that. I'm like, wasn't going to, but I appreciate that. So I will not be showing them my seed phrase, but I will show them everything else of like, look, this is what I put in, right? I put in my seed phrase. Here's the message that comes up on this. I've got it in this. So it's not like, oh, maybe you're just typing something in wrong. No, I mean, it's BIP39. You get 2 letters in. A lot of times it'll just show you the word. You get 3 letters in, you can certainly select one of the words. So you get 4 letters in, it'll definitely give you the word. So I know it's correct. So they don't know why it's happening, but I want to show it to them so that they can do one of 2 things. Send me another Titan and see if I can recover it to another Titan. Because if that doesn't work, then something's wrong with the Titan I've got. But I honestly, at this point, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if it's just something that it's not capable of. But I tried putting in that seed phrase and putting it into an Ellipal app on my wife's phone. So not even on my phone. No, it didn't have the one from my Titan in that app. So, and it didn't show up. So I don't know. If there's anybody out there, does anybody know how long it takes once you put in a seed phrase? I thought it would be like right away. But one thing I didn't realize was I assumed that when you put in a seed phrase, that all of the wallet addresses would be the same, but it's not. As far as I understand, they can be different wallet addresses. It's just that they're now added to that wallet as a valid wallet address on the blockchain. That's the way I've understood it. But again, all new to me. So I'm going to talk to them tomorrow night and hopefully get some information. So tomorrow's stream, I might do a little bit earlier because I just thought about that. I think that call is at 9. Oh, wait a minute. It's not tomorrow night. It's Tuesday night. Sorry. I specifically did it Tuesday night because of the stream. So yeah, it's actually Tuesday night. I was thinking tonight was Monday night, but it is not. It is not. All right, let's see. Let's see. Just looking to see what else. Like I said, I didn't really miss anything. Crypto Crag, I'm sorry I didn't talk about taxes tonight. I could spend the last 15 minutes talking about taxes if you want. You just let me know. You just let me know. I would be more than happy to talk about taxes if you'd like. Kind of not where I'm taking my channel though anymore. Let's see. It could be worse than was swimming in RPM bathwater. Private key controls generation of wallet addresses, but in typical UTXO chains, you are supposed to generate a new address for each transaction. So a seed can translate to millions of addresses. Yeah, that's what I read. But again, it's not showing me my balances at all. And that's the part that I don't understand. It's like, I'm kind of like, well, if I did a small transaction or something, would it then like show me my full balance or what? That's the part. And I've been looking, I don't see anywhere where it talks about, you know, recovering your wallets other than using your seed phrase. Well, I did that. Don't cross the streams. Good movie, Ghostbusters. Yeah, so I'll probably get a lesson on Tuesday night of what I'm doing wrong, and then I'll have some more content. Won't really be where my channel's going, but it'll hopefully be valuable. I know that people talk about, hey, recovery, you need to test your recovery, whether it's data or seed phrases. Know how to, use your wallets, understand how your cold wallets work. That's going to be one of the best defenses. Because if you don't use it, that's when you forget passwords and things like that. So not good. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm hoping it is. Yeah, that's exactly. I'm going to let them help me. So I'm actually hoping it's a bug. Cause that tells me, okay, cool, fix it. And then I want to do a recovery. I want to test this, and then I can show that it works. I just have a feeling that nobody else is doing this. Now, they did a video on it of how to do recovery, but I don't think, like I said, I don't think anybody has done that. Maybe they have, that's why they want to talk to me, because I'm one of the few people that has. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many of these that they sent out. They weren't starting to ship until 2 days ago on the 30th. So maybe it'll become more of an issue as it gets brought up by more and more people. We'll see. We'll see. Some wallets only sweep the first 5 to 10 addresses until it hits an address that has 0 balance and then stop scanning. Interesting. Except you'd think it would hit Bitcoin. You would think like that would be the first one they would look for. Because that's my biggest balance on that hardware wallet. So anyway, I haven't lost anything. It's just a matter of I would really, really like be able to use a card, which I'll need to get more. So they sent me one. I swear to God, this is like a seed card, you know, so great. You got the card. Don't you want backups? Of course I want backups. Well, then you got to pay for those. I still appreciate it, Ellipal. I still appreciate it. But yeah, it's like a drug addict, you know, giving you, here, you want some? I'll give it to you for free. And then you just have to have more. Well, yeah, I'm going to want to have at least 2 more. I like to have 2 backups, like Tantrum. I've got 2 backups. I like having backups. Wow, was that another 15-minute gap? Oh, not quite. Not quite. Not quite. All right, let's see. What else did I think that pretty much covered. You know, the one thing I didn't talk about tonight was the markets. Let's see what they're doing. They actually seem to be recovering a little bit. I don't know if Bitcoin got to 106, but it was at like 105.8 before the start. Give me a Smoky Dan at the very end. I will play the music before I do the outro so you can hear it. I thought you might like that. All right, markets. Nope, drop back down. Like I said, it was up at like 105.8 and now it's dropped back down, but it's at least over 105. So heading the right direction. Ethereum's back over 2,500. But again, it is a Sunday, although Sunday nights is usually when it starts to recover, not go back down. Solana at 157, holding steady there. That was kind of like a spot for it. Cardano at 0.68. Damn, I want that back up about at least 0.75 would be nice. I did notice something interesting. I know one thing I wanted to talk about. So what the hell was the name of this YouTuber? Hold on. Do I still have... Nope. Oh, let's see here. I need to find this video again. Let me see if I can find her. Shoot. Give me a second. You know, I wish you could... They don't have a history of what you watch, do they? That would be really nice. By the way, I won't do a how much I made video, but I can pull it up. I'll do that before I leave too. How much did I make in May on Vast? It wasn't a great month because of the panel swap, but the amount that I made last week that I'll get paid out on Friday was nice. Shoot. So it is a woman from the UK who talks about the market, and she had a really good point about altcoins. Like, she did a video like altcoins are dead. Probably should just do a search on that. That might come up. Let me try that. It's just usually, there it is. Here it is. Okay. Give me a second. So it's Lab of Crypto. That's the name of the channel. Give me a second. I'm going to show you the channel. Let's see. Oh, they do? All right. Let's see here. Lab of Crypto. Okay, so this is the video. That's the video before that created a lot of controversy. So she was going over it, you know, is altcoin season going to happen? She doesn't state it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen like 2021. And the reason why, and a lot of YouTubers have talked about this, a lot of finance people have talked about this, is that when there's a lot of money flowing in the markets, people put more money in riskier assets, which obviously crypto is one of them. With the US still decreasing QE2, QE, quantitative easing, is decreasing. It's contracting in this country. Global, on the other hand, is increasing. So that's a good sign. But if the US starts to turn the money printers back on and lower interest rates, that's when we're really going to see everything like really kick off for altcoins. And why I really like her videos is she gives very clear, why does she believe this? Why does it matter? So check out her videos. The one I did was one I originally watched from her was where she talked about the what her plans were for this bull market and where she was going to be at each stage. So right now, Bitcoin dominance is high. So Bitcoin is doing well, but altcoins aren't doing well. What are the different phases? When Bitcoin starts to come down in dominance, because basically it starts trading sideways, but all the altcoins start coming up. Okay, there's going to be a euphoric stage at some point. What are the triggers for that? Well, Bitcoin dominance hitting 45, maybe even 50. Those are going to be where you're going to have to be like, maybe I should start selling at that point. That was a general one. This latest video was really interesting in the fact that they talked about really what we've been seeing is cycles. We see pump cycles where a particular, whether it be DPIN or AI, or there'll be something, one of those markets, those coins that are in that market will be pumping. And so like right now, if you look at all the AI coins. So if we look at, let's see, what would be the first one that comes up? Oh, by the way, Toncoin went down for a little bit today. Let's see. I'm looking on. Tau is like the first one. It's down only 6.7%, but the other ones are down more. Near is down 13%. I actually thought about putting a little bit in Near, just because that segment of the market isn't doing well. You can say whether or not ICP is, but it's down 6.7%. Let's see. Render down 20%. That's what I'm thinking about. So I like to look at Fed is down 13%, 13.5%. So I look at those and be like, okay, I want to invest in a market that's down because it will pump eventually. I don't want to be going into a particular market that is already pumping. Oh, I want to try to catch the wave. No, you need to be on the beach, not on the beach, but you need to be in the water, paddling out for the big wave, waiting for the big wave. And you don't know exactly when that big wave is going to come, but you want to be positioned for it. So, but you also want to be at the bottom of the wave when you decide to get in. You don't want to be paddling when the wave's on top of you because you're going to get swallowed. You want to be ready at the bottom of the wave. So that's my 2 cents. So anyway, I just thought it was interesting where you're going to be like, okay, this segment of the market's pumping, this segment of the market is pumping. So right now we're seeing that when the market's going up, some altcoins aren't pumping and some are really pumping. So keep that in mind. It's definitely kind of part of my strategy of what I'm looking at. Like I said, render. Yeah, definitely thinking about investing just a little bit in render right now since it's down 20% for the last 7 days. Today it's only down 0.49, but I'm kind of looking at the overall trend. Interesting, now that I think about it, Athena was actually the sponsor of Lab of Crypto's latest video. Interesting. Like they provide a security service. I never listened to the sponsors, so I went right by it, but it was sitting there in the upper right as the sponsor of the video. Interesting. But it's down big too. I don't know. I was thinking about jumping into a few things tonight. Nothing in big in dollars, but just getting a little taste, and then see where it goes from there. All right, let me go to my watch list. Come on. So you can see some of the lower. Wait a minute. Oh, I guess these all are on my watch list. Okay. So like Flux down 15% for the week. I mean, that's pretty much what that part of the market is doing. Akash down 17%. Theta down 12%. So yeah. Need Jupiter to get back to $1. That's what I want. That's what I want, and then I'll get out. I don't have that much. I have less than 300. It was 250, right around 250. Alrighty. Any other questions before I go? Printer goes burr. Yeah, I don't know. I like her information. I've also watched another guy, and I can't think of his name. He also provides good information. But I feel I like her presentation because it's not all roses. She gives the cold, hard truth. The other guy that I watch gives very good information, but it's like, I'm trying to save you from the cold, hard truth. So I don't know. He makes it seem like he has all the answers, and I don't know. It's just kind of the way he presents himself. Again, he's not arrogant or anything. It's just, I don't know. I like her presentation where there's negative with the positive. You know, understanding the negative is how you make sure that you don't lose your ass. So let's see. Splitters are quitters. ICP when I use the toilet. Just not when sitting down. Got it. Very funny. Tsunami. It would be nice if there was a tsunami with this market. That would be nice. Yeah, Theta, like I said, it seemed a little, I mean, it's definitely decentralized. You can start a node, you can start a validator node. They've got, like I said, it would seem to be set up very similarly to Timpi. The terminology being used. Obviously doing a completely different thing though. Yeah, hard to stay ahead with so many projects. Absolutely. We learned one thing: stay clear of K-named coins, or at least get in early and sell during its pump. Yeah. I haven't really listened to the whole Caspa fiasco that's come up in the last few days. But Bacon Eggs Nest, she breaks down the math, but also talks about the psychology behind the math. That's what I like about her channel. Yeah, it's based in fact, based in reality, not hopium. And that's why I like it. I know she has a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's her presentation. It's, an affect, I guess is what you call it. Where it's probably not how she normally talks, but she's doing, she's talking the way she is as just kind of her persona, I guess. I would bet if you talk to her in real life, she doesn't talk anything like that. That would be my guess. It seems to be much more of a projection and projecting and she could talk regular. She'd still be an authority, but I'm sure that's the way she kind of started the channel. I don't know. I don't mind it. But I do find that it's like a little overdone. But that's just me. Sometimes I will intentionally like talk with big emphasis on some of my videos, which I know isn't how I normally talk either. But you have to like, I've heard people talk about the fact that you need to be like 80% loudness and you need to talk with more energy than what you would normally talk. Because then it'll come across as normal. It's just kind of the way it works. So Shy is going to Cubic. Interesting. Well, what did Shy do for Caspa in the first place? That's the part I don't know. I mean, was this a person that was like a developer on the project? Oh, is that a joke? That Shy was going to Cubic? Oh, okay, here we go. Sorry. Panda said, what I learned over the years, everyone can have an opinion about altcoin season, but at the end of the day, nobody knows shit. Not wrong. Not wrong. But it is interesting. Basically what she's saying is, this is what she said at the end of the video was, so the last 2021 altcoin season was, you could have thrown a dart at a dartboard and picked any altcoin and you were going to make 10 to 100 times your money on anything. Everything went up, unless of course it was complete bullshit and then it just rug pulled. So yeah, if you invested in a rug pull, you were still rug pulled. But if you invested in something that was more real, you made lots of money. This time, she doesn't think that's the case. But she's like, okay, if I'm wrong, that means I make money and everybody makes money. So we're all good. If I'm right, then I've helped you pick better choices in the altcoins and helped you navigate what currently is the altcoin season. So either way, what I presented here doesn't harm anybody. All right, let me scroll back down. I can't believe I missed that red panda thing. Okay, yeah, I figured that was a joke. Now that I saw that, I don't know Shy well enough. I don't know that project well enough. So, Shy co-wrote the Ghost Dag white paper. Got it. Are you talking about me gaming with Smokey Dan? You're banned. You are banned. Okay, so Michael, Sutton, Jonathan are basically having a difference of ideas with Shy, and Shy is legit probably going to leave the project. They have other devs, but without his mind, I don't see a good future. Interesting. The going to Cubic thing is a joke, but the actual drama within Kaz is not a joke. Well, I knew that wasn't a joke. I just didn't know. Mega drama. Oh, now you were talking about yourself. Got it. Alrighty, guys. Well, I've been going almost 2 hours, and I got to do this again tomorrow night. So hopefully a lot of you will show up tomorrow night. I would appreciate it, but I appreciate you guys all being here tonight. And not sure what I'm going to talk about tomorrow night. But I'm sure I'll find something. So, alrighty guys. Well, again, thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. Oh, I did promise Game Me a Smoky Dan I was going to replay that music. So let me pull up my desktop audio. Oh, you know what? Let me do this. And can I create another one? Hold on. Can I duplicate that? Sorry, fun with OBS. All right, let me try this again. I guess it was this. Ah, there it is. There it is. This is for you, Game Me a Smoky Dan. Hash rates dropping, profits thin as air. I'm digging for gold, but there's none down there. Good night, guys. Feeling like I just can't choose, but there's a spark in the AI glow. Rent my computer, let the profits grow. Oh, I added it to the other one. Oops. Let me add it to this one too. Give me a second. So you got the idea of that one. I'll probably just add. Let me do this. Where did I do it? Right there. Now I'll create a new one. Let's do that. And then add files. Yeah, this one. All right.
I was digging deep in the digital ground.
Oh, shoot.
Hoping for treasure, but nothing was found.
Can you guys hear that?
The rigs were buzzing, the heat was real. Electric bills biting like a thief.
Can you hear that, Game Me a Smoky Dan?
Crypto mining blues got me feeling low.
Oh.
The profits are gone.
Yeah, you guys can hear it for some reason. It's not coming across for me. Weird.
But there's a light shining through the haze. Renting compute might just save my day. I stacked up GPUs, thought I'd strike it rich. But the market's a beast with a wicked glitch. Hash rates climbing, rewards falling flat. Chasing that coin, I'm chasing a cat. Crypto mining blues got me feeling low. The profits are gone, where did they go? But there's a light shining through the haze.
Yeah, this was me. I actually did the prompts this time.
AI knocking, it's a brand new game. Whispering sweet that it knows my name. Ran out the power, let it learn and dream. A smarter hustle, a brand new scheme. my GPUs hum a different tune, training models under the cyber moon. No more digging, no more feudal race, just AI visions lighting up the space. Crypto mining blues got me feeling low. The profits are gone, where did they go? But there's a light shining through the haze. Rinsing compute might just save my days. Now my GPUs hum a different tune, training models under the cyber moon. No more digging, no more feudal race, just AI visions lighting up the space.
All right, guys.
I was digging deep.
Oh, it's gonna keep playing it. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Oh, hang on.
Treasure,
that.
but nothing was found. The rigs were buzzing.
Okay. Turn that back up. Turn this down. There we go. Alrighty, guys. Well, again, thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. And as always, no tabs were harmed in the making of this live stream. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you.